All right. Hello, Milwaukee State Volleyball Club. We are here with Coach Busy, that's me, talking about our mental performance training session number 2 for the month of January, which is training the toughness muscle. Little recap from December. I know you all watched the December video, but here's the recap from December. In December, we talked about owning our way and what that meant, specifically growing the Sting way with a solid foundation for all of our athletes, our coaches, and our teams. The Sting way is a commitment to being gritty, being united with your teammates, and taking pride in the Milwaukee Sting name. The big thing that we talked about also in our leadership meetings and at the end of my last video is making sure we're holding our teammates accountable to also uphold these values. And so taking the accountability yourself to being gritty and being united and being prideful, but also making sure that you are holding your teammates accountable to do the same. So for January, we are going to be talking about training the toughness muscle, which really is all about talking about grit and what grit means. Really quick reflection to yourself. What does grit mean to you? What do you think grit is? Think for a second. You don't have to write it down, but think what you think grit means. To me, grit means maximum effort. It means full mistake recovery, not carrying mistakes with us, not making mistakes bigger than what they are, being open to feedback from coaches, and embracing challenge. I think all of those really encompass what a really gritty athlete can look like, and especially a volleyball player. Now, grit kind of ties into growth mindset, which I'll talk about in a second, but I think I want to talk about what fixed mindset is first, because I think as athletes, we can get stuck in a fixed mindset at times. Fixed mindset means that we think that things will never change, like maybe we're not getting enough playing time or we're not playing well enough and we think things will never change. It's saying I can't get better, like the skills I have are the skills I have, no matter what the training, which is never true. And thinking that you will play poorly the rest of the match after you've made one mistake. So that's a fixed mindset. I think it is a lot of times rooted in anxiety and low self-esteem and not a lot of confidence. But a growth mindset really flourishes our confidence and helps us to perform a lot better. So growth mindset is knowing that things can always change, saying things like I can get better, and making sure that we know we can still play well even if we make mistakes. So if you start off a match even missing your first 2 hits, so you get ace twice in a row, the growth mindset says this doesn't matter. The rest of the game is still open. I can still recover. I can still play well. The activity we're going to do today is not really volleyball specific, but just talking about how to train that toughness muscle and be really gritty. So like I said, grit and growth mindset go hand in hand, and committing to being gritty, open to feedback, maximum effort, mistake recovery is the best thing or one of the best things you can do for yourself and for your team this season. So, to practice this, we're going to do a fun activity, or are you guys going to do this on your own? I want you to complete the activity on the next slide. It'll pop up and show you the instructions, and I want you to time yourself while doing it. And so I'll prompt you to start a timer, and then you can start the activity, and I'm going to pause the video at that time, so you can pause the video, or I want you to pause the video at that time so you can finish the activity. But if you make a mistake while doing this activity, I want you to restart the activity, but not the timer. So this is going to really push our buttons of mistake recovery and being really gritty and kind of making effort to do this activity, even if it's not volleyball related, just to kind of practice training that toughness muscle. Um, what I want you to do also is give yourself feedback once you're done with the whole thing and try again. So keep the video paused. I want you to restart your timer and try this again and see if you can do it quicker and see what you can do to perform a little bit better the next time. So once I go to the next slide, you can start your timer once I prompt it and you can do the activity, but make sure you pause the video once that activity starts. Again, restart, but don't reset your timer and do this at least twice, giving yourself feedback in between. All right, start your timers now and do the activity by pausing the video. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, All right. If you're hearing my voice again, that means that you have done the activity twice and you've completed it. I also did this on my own when I was making the slideshow, and it's really hard. I had to restart a couple times. And you're maybe thinking, what does this have to do with volleyball? Well, we're talking about grit and we're talking about mistake recovery. We're talking about maximum effort. And so I'm going to tie this all in together, I promise. Little bit of recap. Growth mindset and grit both thrive on good and helpful self-talk. So the number one part of grit, as I talked about, is being able to accept feedback. So if you get a piece of feedback that sounds something like you dropped your platform on the pass, or you dropped your elbow when you hit, or your toss was too low, sometimes we take that feedback and think something is wrong with me or my coach doesn't like me. But the gritty mindset just turns that into good self-talk. So instead of thinking, well, my coach telling me I dropped my platform, I'm not good enough, I can tell myself, keep my platform level. If my coach is telling me my toss has to be better, I can tell myself, toss it higher when I serve. Super simple. I'm removing the emotion from it and I'm having really good helpful self-talk and being gritty at the same time. Mistake recovery. Poor self-talk and a fixed mindset probably sounds like my team and my coaches are mad at me. I'm not good. I'm not going to play good this match because I made a couple mistakes. Never going to be helpful, and it's never true at the same time. Good, gritty self-talk and mistake recovery sounds like something like next play, what should I do different? Super simple, kind of to the point, and then we're moving forward and being super gritty. The last one, our maximum effort. Poor self-talk will be something like I'm not playing well, so I don't need to work hard, or maybe I had a really bad day, so I'm not going to work hard today. I'm feeling kind of tired. I don't have to try my best, things like that. The helpful self-talk sounds like keep pushing, I will get better, and so will my team. You probably get better on the days that you're not feeling the best anyways, and the days that you're struggling, because then you know how to work through that, like on day three of a qualifier, or if you've had a long day and you need to work through some mistakes, this is the best time to do it. It's the best way to work on your gritty mindset. So write these things down, take a screenshot, take a picture of the helpful self-talk, especially with number one, with this accepting feedback, because that's going to help you in the next time you're in practice, turn feedback into good self-talk for yourself. Last but not least, as I like to do, continuing throughout the year, sort of next steps, make sure that you are holding your teammates accountable. Make sure your teammates are also upholding being gritty and um, encouraging mistake recovery with support. And so if you see a teammate getting down, especially in times of mistakes, giving them support, super important. Discuss with your team how, as a group, you can continue to be gritty, especially in the month of January. January is a great month in the season because you guys can finally start competing. You can start playing against different teams that aren't sync teams. You can start traveling a little bit if you're on a travel team. And it's a great time to talk about as a group, like day two of Central Zone, or if you even start like bigger tournaments in January, like day two, day three, how can we continue to push and be gritty? And then the last is, and I said in the last video, but be okay with your coaches holding you accountable to be consistent in your practice of growth mindset and vice versa. This is a team effort and making sure we're all on the same page about that. Last but not least, let's go get it. This is an exciting month. I'm excited to be back again for leadership meetings this month. If you guys have anything that you want to talk about in terms of more specific team things that you want me to come work on, either come find me at Sting, talk to your coaches, talk to admin, they can reach out to me. And as always, go Sting.